Welcome everybody. This is your boy dcironman2k. This is my first time attempting podcast on YouTube. Um, Before I get into my channel, my new channel will be called Social Content, which I hope ends up being popular. Please hit the like button or the subscription button. But without further ado, let's get into it. I know y'all all been watching the news, whether y'all Democrat or Republican voter. The fact remains you're an American. I don't know how you Republican voters feel, but I'm very Democratic. Not only that, very disappointed in my Democratic Party. Why, you ask? Well, Iron Man is going to tell you. Because of 2 or 3 Democrats who feel as though $3.5 trillion is too much spending for the American people. Us American hard-working people. Excuse me. Had to take my hat off for that. We could spend $300 million per day for the last 20 years for a war we had no business sending our troops. No business sending our men and women in harm's way. $300 million a day, that's way over $3.5 trillion. And then we have some Democrats that said they won't even vote if it's not fully paid for. What? Maybe I need to get my ears checked. Maybe I need to get my eyes checked. First of all, maybe I need to get my eyes checked first. Because you mean to tell me you spend $300 million per day for a war that's still going on, which you ask me, I don't understand why. I guess for oil, huh? But you can't spend one time $3.5 trillion for us American people who are still in dire straits. Some of us might get put out our homes. Last time I checked, there was 12 million estimate people that might be homeless, not to mention the other 11 or 12 million or 100 million of us that are jobless. You tell me, Joe Manchin, Kristen Sinema, and whoever else in the Democratic Party that feels as though $3.5 trillion is asking for too much for us American people. You tell me what's really important. Now, I agree that the infrastructure part of the bill should get passed without any issues, but people still need help. And if you ask me, $1.5 trillion is not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. I'm sorry. Maybe 2.5, but I really just get the bill out the way. $3.5 trillion is going for not just stimulus checks. It's going for um, resources like to help people with their mortgage and their rent assistance, food assistance, social security. I mean, this bill, it's not just about a check, it's about a whole dynamics of things that we all need. Food stamp assistance. I mean, come on. But y'all can give breaks to the wealthy. Billions and billions of dollars for the past 20 or 30 years. These companies just eating, man. They eating. For hardworking people like myself, oh, where I work at the Washington Convention Center, the third largest convention center in the world, in the United States. That's where I work at. Proud of it too. 27 years going. But we gotta work hard to eat. And then some of you politicians, y'all don't get it. Y'all eating before y'all even get started. The same time y'all get elected, y'all already eating, making 100 and something thousand a year and up. Some of y'all worth millions. So what do y'all know about struggling? Then the Republican Party had nerves to talk trash about Joe Biden, a man who knows about struggling. He wasn't always where he at now. He knows about what we gonna eat tomorrow, wifey. He knows about sacrificing so his kids could go to college and make ends meet. He knows about that stuff. Not sitting up there talking about him and Kamala Harris as if at one time they wasn't struggling. When most of y'all politicians was eating from day one, some of y'all ain't never struggled. That come from wealthy families, wealthy homes. Y'all wouldn't know what a cheese sandwich it was if somebody threw it in your face. Y'all wouldn't know about eating no soup unless it's one of those fancy restaurants. Then some people had the audacity to say over the news, what are the people gonna do with those checks? Should it really matter what we do with it? Yeah, I said people need to be spending money to get the economy back flowing. So what should it matter to y'all what we do with the money? This is not no uh, welfare check or food stamps, not to disrespect anybody that's on welfare or food stamps. I'm just saying, back in the days, they used to monitor those things. Every dime had to be accounted for. That's what I mean by that. But this is a stimulus check. But to be honest with you, most of us spending it on bills, trying to load up our refrigerators with food. Ain't nobody partying with this stimulus money. How dare y'all even ask that anyway? Even if I wanted to take that stimulus check and burn it up, it's my business. Because for real, us American people, we all need to get together and say this to all of y'all, especially politicians. We're the backbone of America, but get very little respect. No disrespect to our troops, Y'all come home, I get a ceremony, but then y'all talk about how I didn't acknowledge y'all for 20 years of service. All this other stuff I be hearing some of y'all say. Y'all at least get a ceremony. When I do a double shift, I don't get no ceremony. Sometimes I don't even get a thanks when I do my job. And that's not to say that y'all don't care about us Americans. You know, men and women. You know, I got family members who was in the service, who even fought in wars. So I understand how you feel, but think about all of us Americans who go to work every day. We pay our taxes. We don't get no ceremony. Nobody pat us on the back or get no medals. We do this every day. Some of us do it because we love our job. A lot of us do it because we have to make ends meet. We have families to take care of. Good or bad, we do it. And we do it the American way. So, with that being said, this is my first official podcast. Tune in every week. Hopefully, I could try to get it about 3 times a week. But in the meantime, tune in every week at 5 o'clock, between 3 and 5. So it's your boy dcironman2k, and I'm out.